Alright, this is the first run of our PlazArc reactor, underwater carbon arcing, creating gas. I have no idea how it's going to go. We'll soon find out. So we're going to do a little run through to start with on what's going on here. Okay, we have a little voltmeter here, our digital multimeter, just across our two carbon rods. As you can see here, these ones are copper coated, they're gouging rods. That's what we're going to try. This of course is our reactor, and you'll see a tube, two tubes leading off to that old bourbon bottle over there, and that's how I fill the reactor. I fill that bottle and it just finds its own level, and then the gas produced will be pumped back into that bottle and it'll be used as a bubbler as well. Here I have two heavy duty brushes from a starter motor that we've mounted on our little brackets here, which make contact with our carbon rods and thus letting the current flow through the rod through the water and then out the other rod. This case AC current being driven off of my arc welder. These are a little tight, so I'm guessing it's going to be a bit hard to start and keep adjusted. We'll see how we go, but that's basically the setup. Little on-off switch here. This is going to a 12 volt battery which is feeding our 400 amp relay down the back. My welder is set on its lowest current level at the moment, which is 20 amps, and we'll see how we go with that to start with. I'll move that a little closer, see if we can see what we're looking at there. Yeah, should be able to. So we're going to see if we can get it to fire up. Switch on our power and see if we can cause an arc here somewhere. What I might do is turn the current up a bit and see if we can make this more exciting. Okay, we'll give 40 amps a go, see what happens. Starting to push gas out of the bourbon bottle now. Hey. Okay, so don't really know what happened there. We'll turn that off. Very odd smell. But something definitely went poof. I'd say the air inside our reactor changer there, our reactor chamber, was too rich in oxygen and water level not quite high enough, and we have had an explosion inside the bottle. Too much oxygen. The arc has obviously reached the top of the water level and ignited the gas within the chamber. So it's all kind of popping sounds going on in the back there of my welder. I'm going to go and have a look, see what's going on there, and we'll come back. So we know the gas definitely burns, so that's a good thing. But it's a good thing I had that bottle open, I guess, and I didn't blow my chamber up. We'll be back shortly. Alright, let's try that again. We've got a bit more water in there this time. Version 2 is we're going to bubble our gas into this bottle here. What happened is the pressure's building up, it's pushing this water out back into the reservoir bottle here, and not very good for us. So if we put that right up the top, we should be okay. And actually what I might do is if I keep that water level lower than the bottle at the back, we should be right. Okay, so we'll give that a try, see what happens, and hopefully we don't blow up again. I think we must have a breakdown in contact somewhere. Very bright light. Okay, so sounds like the welder's dropped down in current or something. We'll go check that again. Okay, so I've given it some more How's Your Mother, and we'll see how we go this time. It's almost self-starting now. .20 volts AC, current unknown. Oh, it's getting dangerous now. Losing my water again, and we did it again. Didn't get to it quick enough. Okay, that one wasn't quite as bad as the first one. So the pressure of the gas is pushing the water back into our reservoir bottle, which means we will have to seal our reservoir and equalise the pressure between the two to keep the water level correct. But other than that, you can see it's now refilling itself. So if we left that hose out, our water level would remain constant. It's rising again now. Very low on the voltage at the moment, only 21 volts, which is, I think, is our problem, not being able to maintain the arc very well. Let's give her another shot, see what happens. Yeah, 22 volts AC, reasonably stable, and you can see the voltage climbs up as the arc gets wider. So I'm going to go and crank the voltage, the current up a bit more on the welder. Okay, let's see how we go with that. Still only 49 volts open. Back down to 25, 26, so see if I can find some sort of filter glass. Here might do the job. Bit of old tinted perspex. See if we can get some sort of close up. It's probably not going to tint it very well, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Puffing a lot of gas out of there. So I'm not going to breathe in at this time because I've been told it's dangerous. There we go. And that's getting quite warm. So the whole container is 2.6 litres, so we've probably got about 1.8 litres in there. And that's fairly hot. We started off fairly cold. So heats the water okay. And I don't know if you've seen that, but that was puffing steam and gas out there. Burns okay, we know that because it exploded. Too much oxygen was inside the container. Due to a low water level, the arc reached the surface and give it what for a couple of times there. Our voltage seems to be too low, so we might have to find a different transformer to use, and I'm not sure how much current we're using at the moment. So what do you reckon? Should we hook the multimeter up on the current setting and see if we can get any kind of reading and toast our multimeter? Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Back shortly. I dare say this is going to peg the amp meter. We're going to see some smoke. But all in the name of research, it's sitting on 80 milliamps at the moment. So well, let's see if we can get anything to happen. Well, that doesn't smell very good. So something just went pop in the multimeter. Hopefully it was just the big fuse in there. But it was pegging it, you could hear it beep, so we know we're doing more than 10 amps. But how much more I don't know. I haven't got a heavy duty current meter, unless of course I use my clamp meter. Let me see if I can go find that. Okay, so my clamp on meter set to 40 amps. It's reading nothing at the moment, of course. Oh, and that pegged that as well. Turned up to 400 amps. Okay, that's using a fairly steady 58 amps. Amps at 20 odd volts as far as that rough power measurement goes. I'm not sure what kind of havoc that arc will be playing on the current going through there, and whether this meter's going to be reading anywhere near correct, but it was fairly stable at 58 amps and our voltage was fairly stable at 20 to 22 volts. Carbon rod usage. Put our little camera here. Very, very little. So this one that I broke, as you can see, they're copper coated, but they have about 30 mil exposed carbon, raw carbon there. And looking at those two rods in there, we have consumed near nothing. So that is a very good sign. In fact, it doesn't look like we've used hardly any at all, unlike our first one that chewed those little carbon rods out of the batteries quite fast, but I believe they were not very good. They were pretty soft, chalky sort of stuff. Where this is this U-butte rod here, these ones here are extremely hard and brittle. So we're heating our water, no problem. Fair bit of light coming off, and should be a good show for tonight. And we are definitely making gas, as we've seen by our two explosions we had when our water level got too low and the arc fired up the gas. All in all, working pretty good. It looks like our container is going to be strong enough because it didn't explode. That is 3mm polycarbonate, which is why I don't want to get it too warm, because of course as it heats up it gets soft, but that is pretty hot. I'm not going to take a guess at how hot, but I would say very close to cup of coffee hot. 65 odd degrees centigrade, maybe Celsius. All in all, working good except for the low voltage, I think, is our problem, because there's hardly any gap there at all, and it's fairly hard to maintain the arc. But nonetheless, very successful, and I have 0 leaks. Even after that explosion, there is no leaks at all, which I'm very happy about, and all seems to be working fine. So we're going to keep on going now and build a sealed reservoir for our water, so our water level doesn't drop too far and cause a bang, and we will also put in our gas output. My intention for these two here was to actually run a little pump, which I have somewhere. This little 12 volt pump here, and run the water through a radiator with a fan on so we can produce hot air and to keep the temperature down in our little reactor. So the main aim of the game here is to calculate the energy being used to heat that water. So some calorimetric measurements to come, heating a volume of water or raising the temperature in a given amount of for a given amount of power in, and also the energy in our gas that's coming out, plus a little bit from the light. So hopefully those three combined will add up to be more than what we're putting in. 50 amps at 20 volts is close to a kilowatt there as far as our meters go. So a fair bit of power being used at the moment, but lots more to come. So first run was a success. No leaks even after a couple of explosions. It's still not leaking, so all is well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you again soon.